at question 3 of mock exam 1, and this is a bond question. And they're asking us to take a look at 3 government bonds. Government bonds, by definition, are safe bonds. They all have a face value of 100, and we know that face value is the amount that's going to be paid at the maturity of the bond. Okay, and they're asking us to determine the current price of each bond. Okay, given that they all have a yield, and there's the yield to maturity. They all have a yield, let's call it yield to maturity, of 5%. Okay, so the first one is a 5-year, 5% coupon bond that has 5 years to maturity. Okay, now since the yield to maturity on this bond is 5%, and the yield to maturity, okay, equals the coupon rate, okay, this is a par value bond, okay, and this bond will be selling today, okay, at $100, which is the same amount that one will get for face value 5 years hence. The second bond, which is a 5-year zero coupon bond with exactly 5 years to maturity, okay, will not be selling at 100. Okay, it in fact will be selling at something less than 100. Okay, and to determine what that something less is, okay, we will discount the $100, okay, by 5% over a 5-year period, which is the formula 100 divided by 1.05 to the 5th power. And we know from previous work we have done, that gives us $78. So the value today, the price today of the zero coupon bond is $78.35.
Can we just calculate it real quick one more time? You just did 100.
Yeah, we did 100 divided by, 105 to the 5th power. That's how we brought the 100 back to 0.0.
Okay, and the 1 is always just there. And
it's always there, and the 05 is the interest rate.
And the 5 is the number of years.
Yeah, number of years, 5 to the 5th power.
And that's for a...
That is for...
Par.
No, that is for the 5-year zero coupon bond.
Okay.
The first one is selling at par. There's
Okay.
no calculations required.
Okay.
Cool. The third bond, is a perpetuity.
Okay.
And we know, from the data and the formulas that the professor will give you in the exam, that a perpetuity, has the equation, the value of the bond, B, equals the cash thrown off by the bond, divided by the return, So in this case here, this is perpetuity.
This is the third one.
This is the third one, perpetuity equals, C divided by R. C equals the cash, R equals the rate. So we, are getting 5%, all right, which is, $5, and the rate, is 5%, or row 5. 5 divided by 05 equals 100. So the value today, the price of the third bond, is the same as the others. It's the same as the first one, 100, and we know the second one is $78. So that is the answer to number A.
So he didn't put the third one on the answer day?
Yeah, he did. He just said the coupon on the console will be selling at par. Par is 100.
Okay.
The console is 100. This is this one is $78, and this one is 100 or par. Par is 100.
Okay.
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 All right. Okay. Now we're down to B, and we're being asked to order the bonds in terms of both their price risk, the highest price risk, the lowest, and then their reinvestment risk. So the price risk, is the bond. The price risk is defined as, the possible fluctuation, over the life of the bond, in its price.
Okay.
That will be the definition of price risk. okay, and since price risk, okay, varies and is correlated with change in interest rates, okay, we're going to be looking at which of the bonds, okay, has the possible, okay, highest risk of an interest rate change, okay. We know, okay, that the coupon paying bond is fixed by contract. Therefore, there's no possible, okay, change of that interest rate. That is a fixed contract in the bond indenture.
Okay.
So that price is not going to fluctuate over, okay, the 5-year period. Okay, the zero coupon, okay, all right, is also, okay, fixed, okay, but could have a little bit of risk since it's going to be brought back from 100 to 78, okay, but it won't have as much risk, price risk, as the Consul bond, and the Consul bond, okay, has a perpetuity, okay, and the interest rate we want could change over time, okay, therefore resulting in a change in the price risk.
So perpetuity.
Forever.
Okay, but then it still infers there's fluctuation.
Could fluctuate in the interest rate.
Okay.
So the highest price risk bond is the Consul, followed by the zero, followed by the coupon pay. Okay. The reinvestment risk is defined as the risk of having to reinvest proceeds at a lower rate than the funds which were previously earning. Okay, so that's going to be the inverse. Okay, because it's possible that over time, okay, the coupon for a similar bond may increase or decrease, and we may not get as much next time we reinvest if the coupon rate changes over that 5-year period for similar bonds.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay? The zero coupon bond, okay, also has some risk, okay, in that, okay, the the government could change the interest rate it pays on, okay, zero coupon bonds once our current bond matures.
Okay.
Okay, the Consul, okay, the bond is a perpetuity. Okay, since it's a perpetuity, we wouldn't expect, okay, that interest rate to change as much as the other two interest rates.
Okay.
Because that's fixed by contract. Okay. Okay. Now in number C, we're being asked to describe the yield curve implied by these three bonds. What does the curve imply about expected inflation? 2 questions. Okay, the yield curve is going to be flat at 5% because each of these 5-year bonds are fixed by contract and provide a 5%, okay, return on the bond,
Okay.
both on coupon and both on yield to maturity.
Okay.
Okay, all right. So the yield curve is going to be flat. Okay, however, okay, since okay the yield curve is going to be flat and there's no upward fluctuation in the 5%. Okay, we are assuming if the buyers bought that, they're going to assume okay that inflation will decline slightly. Okay, because if inflation went up at all, they would be falling behind inflation.
Okay.
So since they bought a bond which is fixed for 5 years at 5%, we have to assume that they're assuming that inflation is going to decrease a little bit.
Okay.
Fair enough?
Yeah.
Okay, and last but not least, if they were corporate bonds rather than government bonds, okay, would you expect the yields to be higher or lower? Okay, we would expect, okay, the corporate bonds to give a slightly higher yield,
More risk.
okay, more risk over time because the yields are calculated on promised cash flows, okay, and therefore include a credit risk premium. There's going to be some risk with the corporate bonds, and therefore we would expect that, okay, to be counted into the yield, whereas here the yield of 5% equals the coupon of
Okay.
government bonds because no risk.
Okay.
Okay, good. Plenty to